On that subject too, after the Grand Parade, ladies and gentlemen, the horses will be going out to there's a croft just behind us, behind all the horses out here, where the trucks and floats and so on are, and the header will be operating out there. It's a terrific spectacle. Again, if you haven't seen how things were done pre-mechanisation, that's how it was done. And so there'll be a great display happening out there, and that'll be sometime shortly after the Grand Parade. Thanks very much, Alan. I hope you're getting good photos, ladies and gentlemen, because this is the opportunity.
Anywhere, they're very good up in the tropics. They didn't succumb to a lot of diseases and that the horses did. They made great bronco animals too on those big stations. They often used a mule or two for broncoing, for pulling the beasts up to the bronco panels. Now you can just see the bullocks moving off there. There's 36 bullocks, which is, I would say, close to a record in this country for bullocks, for a number of bullocks in the one team. And you might see bullocks just pull from the top of their neck. They've got a wooden bow, a wooden yoke over their neck with a steel bow that goes underneath. And they pull from the top of their neck, whereas a horse pulls from the collar bed on their shoulders. And they used to reckon years ago you needed 2 bullocks to 1 horse. The horse will pull more than 1 bullock. So that's usually why you had a pair of bullocks to equal 1 horse. The beauty of the bullock, especially in the early days when they started in Australia, they had slaves and convicts, and they did all the hard toil and the hard work. And then a few years later, when they had enough cattle, they bred enough cattle out here, they started breaking bullocks in and using them. The beauty of bullocks in the early days for the settlers, nearly everyone had a few cows. They had calves, obviously, and the bull calves, you castrate them, break them in and turn them into working animals. Whereas if you wanted to buy horses, they cost just a bit more money, and a lot of the early settlers and the battlers never had a lot of money. And they had to buy a collar and hames and harness, and that all cost money. Whereas with bullocks, you'd go out into the bush, you'd cut a tree down, you'd fashion the yokes out of that with an adze, bend a bit of 7, 8 round rod round and there your bows, and away you go, you're in business. And the bullock provided you with most things you needed in the early days. Like once you got too old to work, you get slaughtering, you had his meat to eat, you had his hide for leather, and you cut it up into strips and make bullock whips out of it. Your handles were cut in the bush, so they were very, very economical and easy to get on the road if you wanted to start a team. Whereas with horses, you'd have to go to someone and buy a couple of unbroken ones to break them in. Then you'd have to go to the harness maker and get your harness made, your collars and etc. And that cost a fair bit of money to a lot of people in those days. So with bullocks, it was fairly self-contained. Bullocks will work up till about 20 years of age. Especially if they're working hard, they won't go much longer than that. Very similar to a horse. Horses, working horses will go up to about the same age. Horses on the road, if they're working hard on hard roads, often they have to be shod, so you'd have to call in the blacksmith and they'd shoe them, make the shoes and put on. Whereas bullocks usually weren't shod. They used to work quite well usually without shoes or cues. But occasionally you wanted to go lame, so they'd have to cue them. And the difference between a shoe and a cue, a horse has got a round foot and it has a steel horseshoe on it, whereas bullocks have got cloven feet, that means they're split in the middle. So you need what they call cues. It's like 2 horse half shoes, or horseshoes cut in half. And later on, after the Grand Parade, over where the blacksmith shop is there's a young tradesman going to make some bullock cues, show you how they're made. And if one of these bullocks out there seems quiet enough, it might even cue one for you. Put a set of cues on it to show you how it's done. Which is a very rare thing now. Very people today know how to make a bullock cue or even cue a bullock. In the old days, a lot of the blacksmith shops had queuing pens where they bring the bullock in and tie him to a post on the rail each side, and they strap their legs up while they cued them. But there's no queuing pens here, so the farrier will have to depend on the bullock standing quiet enough. Got a team coming around here now, Rick Talbot from Victoria. Rick's been a great supporter of the heavy horses over the years. He's got a team of, they're all purebred Clydesdales. Some of the other teams here, they've got Clydesdales and Percherons and Australian draught and different breeds. But Rick's always stuck to the purebred Clydesdale. The 8-horse team is very common. Baker coming along. One of the three children on by was always delivered the horses. Again, there in the sportsman team, got a horse of a sulky, another one in a little four-wheel wagon, another pair, a little rubber-tired one. You've got a single horse in a buggy. And then you have the drover carrier coming along in Murphy, water. And then you have the pair of horses in the government break. Down here in front of the horse in the sled, you can see the horse there in a break, a long sharp break. Used for making some young horses. The top of the cove. In the outback of Australia up until the 1940s, there was a lot of donkeys used, especially in the desert areas of the vertical track and the Undinata track. They'd have teams of donkeys with up to 40 donkeys in the team. They used to pull wool wagons and wheat wagons into the railhead. They were renowned for their toughness. You'd have to chew them, you'd have to feed them. And the night when you camp, you'd let them all go, they'd wander away for food. And they'd be back at the camp next thing in the morning and wait till the yokes up. Whereas you've got horses, bullocks, camels, etc. Sometimes you've got to go for hours searching for them, bring them back before you can yoke up. The old donkeys always hung around the camp, which is one of the great attributes of them.